Okay, in this reverse Polish notation example, we're going to take a more complex expression, and we're going to rewrite it in postfix notation, which is reverse Polish notation. Remember that when you're converting a algebraic expression to reverse Polish notation, you start working from the left-hand side, and that's what I'm going to do here. So I'm going to write a 2, because 2 is the first value that I come across. Now the next thing I see is a bracket, but actually there's an operator in between the bracket and the 2, which is an asterisk. And I can't forget about that. But I don't have any, I at least need 2 values to multiply together to execute that operator. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the asterisk and I'm going to keep it on a little operator stack down here at the bottom. Okay, so that's catered for. And the next thing I come across is a bracket. Well, the whole point of reverse Polish notation is to be able to rewrite expressions without brackets, but keep the order of precedence in terms of the operations, so that we calculate the correct answer. So what I'm going to do with that bracket is I'm going to, again, put that on my operator stack, and that's an open bracket. The next thing I come across is an A, so I'm going to put the A there. The next thing is the negative sign operator, so what I can do with that is put that on my operator stack. There's nothing I can do with it because I haven't got an operator before it that's not separated by that open bracket. So I'm going to put my negative sign there, then go to the next value that I see, which is the B. So I'm going to write the B down, and then I get a closed bracket. So I'm going to put that on my little operator stack. Now at this point, you say, okay, let's deal with what I've got here, because I've closed that set of brackets. I'm going to cancel out the brackets, and that will tell me that the sign that's inside the brackets and then go in my reverse Polish expression. And there it goes. So that's that dealt with. And then to deal with the asterisk sign, because it's the only thing left on the operator stack, because it's got values now that it can multiply together, I'm going to cancel that out, and I'm going to put that on the reverse Polish expression. Moving across now then, continue to the right hand side. The next sign that I come across is this one, the divide sign. Of course there's no operators before it that I can use, so I'm going to put that on another little operator stack, and there's a divide sign. The next thing that I see is a bracket, so I'm going to have an open bracket. Then I see a C. Well, that's okay, but there's nothing I can do yet, so I can write the C down. The next sign that I come across is this little hat symbol, the power symbol, so I'm going to put that on my operator stack. Then I will see a 3, so I'm going to write that down, and then I get another closed bracket, so I'm going to write that on my operator stack. Now, just as before, I've got an open and a closed bracket, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cancel those out and see what sign's in between, and put that sign on my reverse Polish notation expression. So there it goes, there's a hat symbol. Alright, so that's that done. What does that leave me with on my little stack? There's the divide sign, so it tells you that the divide sign is actually what comes last. Okay, so there is my final reverse Polish notation expression for the infix expression that we had here in the original question. Now, okay, let me suppose that I'm going to take that original expression, and what I want to do is I want to draw that as a binary tree. So I'm going to animate that just here. The binary tree will look something like this. Okay, so there's the left-hand subtree pretty much done, and then the right subtree will look like this. And then what I'll do is I'll put some little joining arms in on the binary tree so that you can see how the nodes are actually linked together, something like that. So that is the binary tree. Now, if I want an output from the binary tree, what I would use is a traversal. There's 3 of them. There's the in-order traversal, there's the post-order traversal, and there's the pre-order traversal. the one that is going to generate the reverse Polish notation for me, if I get that binary tree structure right, is the post order. So here I'm going to go through and do a post order traversal. Okay. Post order, work with the left subtree first, then the right subtree, and then the root node. Remember, this one here at the top is the root node, okay? So the answer will be here. We go to the asterisk. I can't process that node because there's a child node underneath it. So I go to the 2. 2 is very much on the left-hand side. There's no child nodes beneath it, so I can process that. Then I can move over to the other side of this left subtree here. I come to a minus sign. I can't process that node because there's child nodes underneath it. So I've got to process the A and the B first. Then I can process the minus operator. Then I can process the asterisk operator because all the child nodes underneath have been processed. Then I jump over to the right subtree. The right subtree, I go to the power symbol, the hat symbol here. I can't process anything because it's got child nodes underneath. So I go C and then a 3. Now I can process the hat symbol there, and then finally I process the root node, which is the divide sign. Now, with the expression complete like that, what I need to ask myself is that expression the same as this expression? Well, on inspection, yes it is. It's exactly the same. So you've got a mechanism here. If you can draw the expression, the infix expression as a binary tree and do a post-order traversal, you'll get the reverse Polish notation. If you can use the method that I showed you earlier, you get the reverse Polish notation, which would probably give you a clue as to how to draw a binary tree if you were asked to do so in an examination situation. Now, the method that you were shown here, using this little operator stack around here, it's called the shunting yard method, and it's really very good, and you should be able to use that to do any complicated algebraic expression and get the reverse Polish notation right. So, do practice these questions, and you will get better at them. You'll get used to the processes involved.